possibly can get are miniature humanoids, which is what my character is going to be trying for.
Yeah.
So it could be handy for him to have that hand.
Okay.
Well, we need to get them identified first.
Yeah, but as we
Yeah.
determined, I believe there was no true identify. Is there a sage or something, a well-educated person in town?
Sure.
Or maybe someone's patron?
Uh,
Yeah. There's all kinds of people in town. And there may even be some of them that you can trust.
But do we know those?
You don't know.
that's the thing. Yeah, we don't know. And patron might. It just so happens my kind of patron hasn't really talked to me, so I'm no good help with that either.
Okay, well, if we've had a week or so, or a few days, we could probably look into doing some, or, why am I drawing connections, lack of a better term. See if we can find some people.
Well, if you guys wanna take a week rest to find your connections and kind of figure out what you're going to be doing, that I will take that week and set up my find familiar spell and roll that, and hopefully do not blow up the plot of land that we just got.
I won't be there when you do it, I hope. I plan on returning back to my own home hovel apartment back on wherever it was. I can't remember where I picked earlier, but we moved around.
Yeah.
And if we're going to take some time off, he would investigate talking to his family and some other nobles that he might know or still have connections with, on who would be a trusted sage or advisor in town to learn about magic, or maybe magic items.
I think LS is going to seek out a wise woman that he has heard of in the forest.
Is Ningable famous? Ningable of the Seven Eyes. Is he famous?
Of course.
Okay. Do we know if he lives in Lankhmar? Like in the city?
There are rumors to that effect.
Say again. I didn't understand what you said.
There are rumors to that effect.
That effect? Okay. For the next couple of days, I'm going to be looking for Ningable of the Seven
Okay.
Eyes. I'm going to
Nice.
start by, asking around in seedy bars on fucking Hooker Street and stuff like that. Or not Hooker Street, but what is it? Prostitute Street or whatever the fuck? Whore Street. Yeah. Yep. Whore Street.
It's easy to remember that way.
Mm-hmm.
Just like there's Cheap Street.
But why does the Plaza of Dark Delights look like a razor blade?
Well, head down there and you can find out, mate.
No, I'm asking around in Whore Street for Ningable of the Seven Eyes.
So, give me a luck roll.
Luck. Excuse me while I luck myself. Oh yeah, we have to get rid of our fleeting luck from last session.
Yes, so you have one fleeting luck point.
Oh, I do have one fleeting luck. Right now?
Yep.
Okay. Whoa. And I'm going to use that right now to find Ningable. All right. And then I reduce it by back to normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
So I track him down.
find that he is supposedly he has a tower outside of town.
Oh, right outside, like on the edge of Wall Street type of thing, or like actually
No,
outside the walls?
outside of town a ways. Not terribly
Wow.
far.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna come back to the group and let everyone know, like, hey, guys, I think I know of someone who can identify those hands for us. His name is a famous wizard named Ningable of the Seven Eyes. Yeah, and he's got a tower, like like outside of town, just a ways. Maybe we could pay him to, tell us about these hands.
But can we trust him? I had also done some investigating for a few days through the family and other connections of nobles I knew. Was there any chance I would have heard of any sage or anybody else? Options?
Give me a luck check.
Luck check. All right.
You pass.
There it is.
You heard of Ningable of the Seven Eyes?
Critical success.
Nice.
Yeah, you have heard of Ningval
Well, at least we
and have
know
been
that's a
told
good source.
that as far as sorcerers go, he seems to at least be able to do some things he says he does.
And he at least honors his word, is what I'm after.
As much as anyone in Lankhmar does.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's thinking too. Well, at least we found the same person to talk to two different sources. The DM.
Then to this wizard we shall go.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any supplies. He's just out of town, so I don't need to be carrying food and rations and all that stuff, I hope. Alright.
Is it within walking distance, like just within a couple of miles outside of town?
Well, let's move over to some of the other activities going on simultaneous, so we don't get far down one path.
Okay.
So, Laugh, did you have anything you were going to be doing?
Not really. Just heal my wounds. And
Okay.
yeah.
Remember, drinking and carousing heals you.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it does.
I forgot about that.
How does it work?
So, Billy Bob.
Yeah. Billy Bob, yep. Billy Bob is basically, I know we talked about this, and Billy
Yeah.
Bob is setting up the ritual shameful, and if you say he has not had enough time, that's fine. He'll stop, then join up with the group and go back. But if he has time, that's what he's primarily focused on. He needs one night of rest, and then it's ritual work. So I don't know if you said he would have enough time, and I should roll it, or even how it's rolled, because that one is worded a little bit differently.
Okay. So so um, you're able to gather some information back from whoever you were training with, kind of help you out a bit as far as like the ritual and everything. And basically, what you've got is some information on, you know, picking up the increasing the efficiency or efficacy of the material components. You know, get the better uh, incense.
Yeah,
You know, make sure you've got a bronze brazier, those kind of things. And
yeah.
so um, that'll all cost you. Now you don't have to buy all of that, like the incense, the consumables you have to buy. Your guy will loan you the brazier for it.
Okay.
And so, and say you're going to be out a couple of gold pieces for the materials and kind of rounding them up, getting that piece ready to go
Oh,
prepare. And it's like a 3-day ritual getting built up to the actual casting.
okay. Yeah, and Billy Bob is willing to spend more gold on the metal components if he can find them. You know what I'm saying? So he's willing to spend 6 to get the best components possible,
Okay. So,
because he wants this to succeed, but he does not have that much
Lankhmar.
faith.
So, if the gentleman wants only the best, the gentleman gets only the best.
Exactly.
So,
uh,
you've so you're set up kind of, and so I'm going to shift back to Uis and Zara because they're together. I think at this point, correct?
Pretty much. We kind of are on the same trail.
Okay.
So we
And now
probably
all of you will have heard that the shop owner is put up notices and is really pushing um, recovery of this item stolen from him. And
Who is he claiming stole it from him would be the first question that comes to my mind.
well, he doesn't declare that in the public information.
Should we,
Yeah, I forgot
looking
about that.
use? Should we maybe let him know, or somebody let him know that maybe they?
Well, yeah, I mean, I thought we already did that because he he shouted when they ran out of his shop. He said, "Bring him back, and I'll give him to you." So I thought we already brought him back, and he gave him to us. But maybe I misremembered. So we should
Misremembered.
probably do that first.
I think that's an intentional
He said,
misremember.
"Bring him back, and I'll reward you."
That's why I suggested before we return them,
Well-
we need to find out their true value. So that's why I wanted to get us somebody to identify, or at least give us
yeah.
knowledge.
His exact words were, "Bring them back to me, and I'll give you the device." But it's whatever. Like, a reward is a reward. Uh, but I think it would be, the best idea would be to bring them back to him before we, you know, take stolen items to Ningabal the Seven Eyes, who might have already heard about, through divination magic or something, about the theft of the item.
Yeah, but we could also say we're looking to return them for a fair reward. That would be honest.
I
You
don't
know.
think he's that
Yeah,
stupid. Yeah.
but would he see it that way?
Yeah, I don't think he's that stupid. He's
Yeah.
really smart.
So he is posted a reward of 250 gold for the
That's pretty
return
good.
of his stolen silver hands.
And there's
Few questions asked.
5 of us, so that would be 50 gold each.
But if they're worth 2,500, we could negotiate a much higher price.
But what if they're just worth 250?
Then we return them and we're done. It's only a matter of a day, a few hours.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Sure.
What's the worst that could possibly happen?
I'm convinced. You've twisted my arm. Yep.
I'm not
Sure.
quite so convinced.
Unless you know of a good place to stash them. But we should probably take them with us so we can look at them.
Yeah. That's the whole
I,
point.
I,
Ningabal has to be able to see them and handle them. I think.
well, I
We got a
suggest
box or... Go ahead.
I suggest we put them in something. That way, they're not touching any of us, and
Have they moved it all since we've brought them? Oh,
No,
we moved
they
them.
haven't.
Then I suggest we put them in a box like suggested by... Who was that? That was suggested, and we go from there.
So, yeah, you guys
Nice
will
velvet padded. I'll find a
either
briefcase or
either something you brought out of that place with you, or something you can find cheaply will suffice for the box, and so you're able to secure them in the box. So, did you guys bring the box with you to go see?
Yep. I was thinking
Yeah.
a locked box of some sort, so we could at least lock it.
Okay. Yeah, that's feasible. You've got one.
Not very. I mean, it doesn't need to be very big for a couple of hands. I wouldn't think.
Yeah, no. This is you found one. Nice looking secure box, and you have it locked. And off you go, and you get out to his tower, and
Did anyone want to go with us, or is it just us two?
well, I don't know. That'd be Laugh and Beta's call whether they wanted to go with you, I guess, or not. If you asked them,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I thought we all go there together.
Bill Bob seems to be involved in a ritual, and so I'm assuming he wasn't wanting to go.
Yeah,
Mm.
Billy Bob's in the basement going, "Go on, I'll have something for you when you get back."
Humana. Give me a frog.
Leave one hand with him.
If you do, Dios.
no, I would not.
Dios mío.
I would not leave any with him.
Yeah.
He seems stable. All right. I guess we take the box with both hands. To the tower.
Okay. So yeah, you guys get out there. It's about a half day's journey. Simple tower, stucco. It's not a defensive. I mean, it wouldn't be easy to get into, but it's not a fort. It's just a tower. And as you get closer, you see evidence of scorchings on trees and the ground and such, and you know see where large things have fallen to the earth. You don't see a lot of animals and stuff taking too much activity in the area in the last quarter mile coming into the house. And you get there, and there is a cord
Oh,
outside the door.
like for a gong,
Pull
like
cord.
a doorbell. I
Yeah.
I pull the
Yeah,
cord, ring
oh,
ring it, ring
I
the
w-
gong
hey.
or whatever.
Just before as he reaches it, did we bring him anything to pay for his services?
Do you? Are you homeless or something? Like,
Oh, I got a few gold pieces, but sorcerers usually ask for a lot more.
Well, I mean,
Well, I'm
there.
letting it play out how it goes. So.
Well,
Is there
no. I'm
anything
just
else?
telling you. You got to remember there, and I don't think you wrote this down. You do have um, a simple gold band, a silver ring with ruby set in it. There is an emerald wedding ring, and there is an emerald necklace and an emerald hairpin.
I thought we already had that. That's what I asked earlier, and I didn't see anything on that sheet. And then that's where.
Well, it's not on the sheet, but it's on my sheet. So I'm helping you out this time. I expect you guys to, I kind of throw that to you guys.
Yeah, that's
But
why I thought I had written some of that in there, and it was gone. So I thought we sold it. So.
no.
Because I was trying to copy and paste that into. Okay. Can you repeat some of that since I'm going to try to get it in here this time?
Now, there was a silver necklace with a little statuette of a bent god, and I think someone actually kept that. I think somebody, one of the players, put that on. It may be Toe that didn't. Someone found it on the body, and I think they kept it. That was kind of found early in the game.
Yeah, I remember something like that too, but I'm just.
Yeah, and then
Alice has it.
so then one of you there was in the two sarcophagus, the male sarcophagus, he had the plain gold band, which appeared to be his wedding ring, and then he also had, on the other hand, that silver and ruby ring. And then his wife had the emerald ring, emerald necklace, and emerald hairpin.
wow.
I remember writing this down. I swear on here before.
Well, it's not foolproof.
Emerald ring. I get it. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but I've got it, so I was telling you what it is. So,
Ring necklace. I'm just more. I'm not. I'm just like I swear I did this type thing. That sort of thing.
Yeah, no. I get it.
Though we didn't
Things have a
have the
habit of
values.
disappearing.
Oh, yeah, welcome to. I work IT. Welcome to my world. I watched it happen right in front of me. So.
Yep.
So that pretty much covers it. Though we didn't have any gold piece values of those. Could we have gotten them appraised?
There weren't really any coins that I remember. Maybe there's one cache of coins that you guys got, but it was pretty much just that.
Yep. Yeah. Could we have had the rings and stuff appraised during at least the rings, the ruby ring, the emerald ring, the necklace, and earrings?
Yeah, I mean you could have, and I guess I'd be fine going back to that and saying it happened.
If you would please, because I swear, I mean, like I said, I would have asked previously then if I knew they were there, and I'm going to write them in our treasure.
Okay.
Maybe Yalf took the time and did this.
So the gold band is worth 25 gold pieces.
Are we
Okay.
sure we want to sell these? Do we know that they're not magical? Because we can take them to Ningable and see if they are also magical.
Yep, but I'm just making sure that we write them down at least too. So
Okay.
The silver and ruby ring is, they'll estimate 100 gold pieces. The emerald ring of the wives is worth 50 gold pieces. The necklace is 150 gold pieces. And the emerald pin is 25 gold.
and somebody claimed the statue, so we'll let them worry about that. All right. I would say, like you said before, we can get them detected also, and then if we can give them to him as payment if we need to, or anything else. That
Mhm.
sounds wise. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, then you rang the doorbell.
Okay.
Gong.
So you're going to leave them. You're going to leave them as is. You aren't going to sell.
Yeah, we brought him with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're bringing him.
So
He might have detect magic or something.
the doorbell rings, and nothing happens.
I'll knock on the door as well.
We announce ourselves. I don't know his name again. Wolves or something of. I'm Tim's drawing a blank, not the.
Yeah. No. It's a Ningball.
Dingwall of the Seven Eyes.
Yes.
We are here to ask for your knowledge, and we'll hopefully pay you for what you need or offer our services otherwise.
Still don't detect any noise, any movement. Not that it's like it's not rickety or anything, so there could be a lot of movement and you didn't detect it. You aren't really detecting it.
I'm gonna see if the door is locked. I'm gonna try
It
the door.
is.
It's locked. Okay. And when I turn the doorknob, it does not open.
No, it does not.
Okay.
And so when you kind of finish and you're sitting there looking at it, trying to figure out what to do next, suddenly the door quickly opens and some sort of smoky steam comes rolling out low from the doorway. And a person is standing there, and they are uh, they're in a robe, but as you look at them, you realize that their skin, their flesh is translucent, and you can see what's beneath it, where the glimpses of this translucent skin can be seen. So, like, you look, the fingers are, you can actually see the bones inside this translucent material, and you can kind of make out a little bit of the shape of the muscles and tendons and stuff, but they're colorless, translucent. And they look at you and they speak in a very human voice.
You right.
Who has come to disturb
Oh.
Ningval, Seven Eyes?
Uh, uh, oh, great. Ningral of the Seven Eyes. It is I, Iwis, and my friend who seek your counsel uh, in exchange for payment, of course. A great
Hey,
Bowing accordingly and showing proper groveling techniques.
one.
have you gold or things of value?
Yes, yes, great Ningba. We have brought gold in exchange for your counsel. Great Ningba.
I am not Ningval, but I will announce you to him. And he kind of steps aside and motions for you to enter.
This guy's gross.
And
I'm looking at it in fascination, trying to see if I can see his veins and other things.
yep,
Maybe staring a little too long.
he notices it doesn't seem to bother him. He seems rather
interesting.
bemused that it's causing concern with you guys. And so he lets you in, and
I tell him.
you're in a little entryway.
I tell him.
There's
I,
a coat rack.
I, I would shake your hand, but I have COVID.
Well, that's all right.
I
We
will
can
take
we,
off my
we
cloak
can get
and hang up.
you things better than that. Please make yourself comfortable. And he kind of points over there a bench along one of the walls, so you could sit down. It'd be a little tight for all of you to sit down, four of you to sit down together, but you would fit. And like I said, there's coat racks or coat pegs, and there's umbrella stands, and there's boots. Um, in here, it's a nice entryway, but it's an entry, and it's all a bit damp, as it seems there's quite a bit of this foggy mist floating about in here. Generally very low. Occasionally a wisp kind of floats up out of the mass and comes up near your face.
Don't breathe
Um,
it in. It's
it doesn't seem to
drugs.
be sentient. It's just drifting about, and it's It doesn't seem to have any properties that are harmful that you can detect, and so you can wait, and he will be gone for a bit. He goes through a door. It looks like stairs are in there where he goes, and in a little bit, you think that you guys hear the noise like someone coming downstairs right behind that door, right near that door. And shortly thereafter, the your friend you've already met opens the door, and says, "Your visitors, sir," and a shrouded figure comes through the door. He is in a silk robe, a very fine silk robe with gold trim. Very, very expensive looking stuff.
Satin.
His though you don't need to worship him. So the hood is long and falls down, and you can't see much of his face. The only part of his face that you kind of get a glimpse of is his mouth and jaw. Beneath his nose, you can kind of see it's a thin, older, angular face, and his tongue flicks out occasionally. And most of the time, it looks like a normal human's. Then every once in a while, looks more serpentine. And he looks you. He's moving his head about. And you wonder how he could even see you with the cowl hanging down over. You would expect him to have eyes, and obviously you're expecting to see someone with 7 eyes, and you're not seeing any eyes at all. And but he's definitely moving his head like he's looking at the you sitting.
Wait, you
And
broke up. He's moving his head like what?
you can tell he's moving his head like he's looking at you sitting. It's at an angle and a pace that you would associate the movements of someone looking, but obviously it's obscured. You cannot see his eye.
Yeah. Okay.
And he kind of finishes that movement and says, "So you have come to pay for advice."
Well,
Knowledge.
knowledge of these items.
Knowledge.
Great,
Oh,
great, Ning.
very, very good. Love to provide knowledge.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. These hands. These hands.
Very fulfilling because I have knowledge and people pay me for my knowledge and then they don't
Oh.
Well, as long as you're getting paid, I think. But I like when you box and present the.
Oh,
hands.
very interesting. Let
I'd
us
like to know more about them.
follow me. And he turns and goes back through the door, and his helper's holding the door open. And you see him head up the stairs. And so you can go up the stairs with him if you wish.
Yeah, I
I
follow.
will close the
follow.
box and follow. I'm so glad he
Okay.
didn't say walk this way.
And you go up about 3 stories, you would estimate. And you come to the top of this, and you go in to a door, and it is a wondrous little tower top room, workroom. Um, there's some type of strange tube set up, pointed towards the roof, which you can tell is currently uh, has a cover over it, but which could be withdrawn so you could look, and there's glass up there, um, and there's various vials and flasks of liquids of various colors. Some of it, some of it with bubbles slowly coming up. Some effervescing fairly fast. Others kind of lurping occasionally and tossing a droplet or two into the neck, up the neck of the flask before they slop back down into the larger body of liquid there. And some actually looking like normal liquids just sitting there doing nothing other than being in the container. Um, there's smells, there's braziers, so there's smells of fires that of all kinds of different temperaments and smells, not just wood or charcoal, but chemical and other aromas in the room. And he goes over and he sits down at a desk and he pulls out a a, a glass from somewhere inside his sleeve, monocle, and he holds it up to the outside of the cow. And please set it down here and show me what you have.
I'll take the box and set it where he says and open it up. Remove the hands using the cloth, not touching it myself.
Fuck.
Okay, so you're able to get him out and show him to him, and he's looking at him and he's holding the monocle various distance between his cowl and the monocle and the hands. Hmm. The hands of Mumbai.
Wait,
And
what?
you don't know what they are or what they are worth, eh?
Hands of
That
what?
is what we're.
Hands of what?
The hands of Minbada.
Minbada.
No, man.
I don't.
I cannot say I've heard of him.
I've never heard of the hands of Minbada. Great and powerful. Ningbal of the Seven Eyes.
Not overly surprising. They're not the most well-known item. Haven't been heard from really 25 years, maybe 30. The last time Minbada was out and about. He had a house. Oh, that. Yes, near the Marsh Gate, on Carter Street, off of Carter Street, a cul-de-sac off Carter Street, between uh, Street of the Tinkers and the Street of the Gods. Funny little man. Created his own cult. A devoted acolytes. They were around long. They've been around. I've seen them since I last saw him or heard of him. I haven't seen him for a while now, though. Wonder what became of him. Anyway,
Did he wear like a ruby ring with like a silver band and like 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 a wedding band made of gold.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, just checking.
So, and I grant you that I recognize. Uh, Now, what is your position regarding these hands? How did they come in your possession?
Oh, we found them.
Them found. Finding is good. Finding has
And I,
fewer complications than other methods of obtaining things. Price is generally right.
Yeah. We were wondering if we could maybe pay you to tell us what they do.
oh,
We
and
have we
are
have
their
gold.
value? Well, we have some jewelry.
We have like so
The
many questions
uh,
about these hands.
well, I can provide some answers.
And I reach into my pouch and I pull out 5 gold and I place the 5 gold coins on the table next to the box, and I say, "This this is just the beginning, but uh, we were wondering, you know, maybe you could tell us what you know about these hands. I have more gold."
Have more gold. Well, it would take more gold.
And I reach into my pouch and I pull out 5 more coins and I set them next to the other 5. And I say, well, I'm not really familiar with like the scale of what we're doing right now. Uh,
Well, I mean, let's just take it from a simple, everyday economic situation. What you've laid out there is enough for a man to live for a day.
really, 10 gold is for a day? This is like out of character because I don't know.
Yeah. 10 would be a very lavish lifestyle.
Okay, very lavish lifestyle for one day.
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
And
and he's used to that.
a
So yeah.
man that had the information you're looking for, well, he might, to say the security of weak living, be able to provide you the information you desire.
Oh, okay, so like 70 gold. Okay. Uh, guys, any help?
We
Guys.
could offer him some of the jewelry. We have several pieces. How about just the silver band, the rubies band?
Oh, the ruby ring with the silver band. That's 100. That's 100
Yep,
gold.
yep. Or the emerald ring and the gold wedding ring. Something. I don't want to shortchange him and have him look. We want to come back if we can.
Yeah. Well, he basically just asked for 70 gold, and I've already put down 10.
Well, we can give him the emerald ring and the emerald hairpin.
Yep. Offer him
Yeah.
the two.
Yeah.
Those
Well,
two.
that's like a tip. Five gold tip. uh,
Offer it to him.
Great. Ningbal. We have it in under strict confidence that this emerald ring is worth 50 gold and this emerald hairpin worth 25. We were wondering if you would take that as payment. It's 5 more gold than what you're asking.
And quick as a wink, the monocle is gone and it's replaced with a jeweler's eyepiece in his hand.
Oh.
And again, he 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 takes it from you if you'll let him have it, and he holds it and examines it closely. First the ring, and then the hair. He goes, "Well, I think we have a fair bargain here." And he sets them down with the 10 gold pieces that you'd already laid out. And he says, "Well, yes, these hands, Mbata was a impetuous young, was had a lovely mother, and his father was a fine man as well. But Mbata was always just a bit distant, a bit troubled, a bit obsessed. And he worked out some pact. And yes, he gave up his hands. And the pact returned him those hands. And that was those were the hands he had and the hands he used. Um, Again, no one has heard exactly what has become of him, but he wouldn't be even an old man now, but he would be older, but not old. And but many people die before they reach old age, so he could still be alive, possibly. But I would assume with his hands here that they've become detached from the body, and so I'm assuming he has probably met his end. But whether he met him from this removal or some other instance, we don't know. I don't know. But the hands themselves seem to provide him with some benefits in casting certain spells and in working certain magics. Uh, may have had more to do with the bond that he created with his patron. Uh, he crossed the dangerous boundary of magic, and I don't think it ever set well with him. And thus, I'm why I wasn't shocked when he disappeared. And you say you found them.
Well,
Well, yes.
what would be the information be worth to you if you had, or would you be willing to take that as part of your payment? Or at
Well,
least share information, and hopefully next time the price might be more favorable.
well, well, that's a tale that I will probably hear in a tavern today. And before you can say anything else, the jewelry and the coins disappear.
Well, I had to try. And he nods.
I know. I don't know. It
But,
was
but,
good.
what spells like great powerful Ningba? Which what spells do they help him cast? And what, but there was so much more.
think his magics were typically of destructive nature.
Do the hands cast the spells, or they just he can cast them with the hands?
That I do not know. I think they were intertwined. Be my is my postulation on. They obviously were given to him in exchange for some kind of agreement that he provided to the creature or being that provided them. So I don't know whether they enhanced spells he knew, or they were spells that he didn't know, or that it just simply empowered and improved the casting of the spells he knew. Was not close with him.
And
I did not have intimate knowledge of how they operated, but
you said he lived near Marshgate between the Street of the Gods and the Thinkers Street, like somewhere here. Could you describe maybe? Yeah, could you maybe describe the building this cult operated from?
I couldn't describe it. I'm not
I
even.
think we
I
know.
don't remember if I've ever been there.
And oh, great, powerful Ningbal of the Seven Eyes. How is other people are other people able to use these hands, or just him?
Again, that is beyond my knowledge. As I do not know the maker, creator, nor anything at all about what I can't even speculate. Um, I would I would think that if one were willing to enter into a similar pact, um, one might be able to get them for yourself if that is what you desire.
Ah, and then our other questions are regarding these this ruby ring with the silver band and the gold wedding band and the emerald necklace. Are these magic?
Be a luck roll.
Luck roll. Okay. Lucky, 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 lucky. Lucky
There's a halfling when we need him.
ducky, ah, fuckles.
I would be willing to verify the absence or presence of magical forces um, for 10 gold pieces.
And I give him 10 gold.
Okay. And he does some gesticulations and drummings with his fingers and kind of wiggles his hands at his ears and then forms his hands into a little heart shape, fingers on his hands, and he looks through that. And he moves it around and about, and yeah, that ruby ring does have a demeanor about it. there may be some magic, or there may be some special characteristics. It has magic cast upon it.
What kind of magic? Oh, great and powerful. Ningbo is seven eyes.
Oh, I'm sure it is quite powerful, as I cannot foresee within it and what it is.
Oh. Shit.
Knowledge you have.
I gave him all my money, basically. But now we know that the ruby ring is magic. Kind of. No. Like, if he's trustworthy.
And if I could ask one last question of you, great sage, what would
Yeah.
the value on those hands be?
Quite great to someone who wanted them. To someone who merely sees them as object of art, curiosity.
I understand price is what it's worth to the person.
He kind of asks if he can pick one up, if you don't mind.
You would know better if it's safer or not.
And he picks it up and kind of hefts it in his hand and sets it back down. I mean, at a minimum, they would. You're talking about just 200 silver in weight of silver, or 2,000 silver in weight of silver. So, which would be like 200 gold pieces.
All right,
Uh,
but thank you.
Now, if you found someone who truly wished to attempt to put them into use, you might find they were quite a pit. But on the other hand, you may find that they're worth so much that,
We become a target.
yes. See, you've come to Ningval and wisdom grows within you. Okay, so we'll let you guys ponder all of that and kind of think what you're doing next. And we will shift back to Bill Bob.
Billy Bob,
And
yep. Oh,
so,
In the basement of the cult's temple.
yes.
there is no cult yet.
Well,
So-
you're just gonna revive it.
So, Bill Bob, I would like for you to be a give me a luck roll.
Okay. Luck roll. Oh, okay.
Okay. So, boosted your quality. You've had a really good run of learning the ritual and getting everything set up the way you think it should be set up per your books and teachings and everything. And now you are ready. Um, you are into the casting. And what I need you to do is I need you to make 2d20 rolls.
Okay. 2d20s.
Yep.
Use luck if you need it.
Oh. Yeah, okay. 3 and a 17.
Okay. So the first day doesn't go so well. The second day you feel like it's you've got it figured out. And so you're now ready to actually cast the spell. The day of casting has come. So you will get a +2 to your dice roll.
Okay.
And you can now, whatever else you're going to pitch in, and
Yeah. Well, I have the +1 for luck because of the starting of the session, but I think the other 2 that I collected, they reset. It resets per session, so the ones that I
right, so you got
owned.
one.
So I got 1, but I did, kind of do the pay for the best materials and that type of stuff. So it's probably only going to be a +3. I really don't know what else I could add to this roll, but I'll say we'll go with a
Well,
+3.
beforehand, you can throw in any attributes you have. You just can't go to 0 in an attribute. And you can throw in your luck, but it's going to be a recovery afterwards, physical.
Okay. How much of the attribute can I drain?
You can drain them down to 1.
Okay. I'll use my luck and drain my personality down 7, so it's a 7. So I will get a +10 on this roll.
Okay.
What do you need me to roll then?
Say D20.
Okay. D20 +10, so 28.
Nice. Nice.
Like I said, I I am trying my best, so I don't have to fight in the front lines anymore. Oh, as my familiar becomes a cricket, right?
But his chirp is a sonic wave that can take out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the noisy cricket in Men in Black, the little gun or something like
Yes, yeah.
that?
Oh, as the party thinks I was insane because you just saw me play around with in a ritual circle with a bunch of bones of dead skeletons and anything that I could grab from my butcher shop. So, oh, this
Glad
is
we're
gonna
not
be fun.
there.
Yeah.
Did you put up a ring a protection spell?
Nope. Billy Bob just figures if he opens up a portal to hell, the whole city can go with him for making him do things like this.
Anger the gods of Lankhmar. Oh.
Exactly. They pushed me to this because they closed my butcher shop down. Damn it!
It was the meat you were serving. It was sentient at one time.
That only happened to one freaking leg.
It was just one leg. Apprentice chef of Hannibal, yes.
Of course. As the DM goes, yeah, we're just lucky everybody was not in the town when he did this. So he nukes the city, but
He's doing math, it sounds like, or your pages
yeah.
occasionally.
I'm not too worried. I'm just joking to kind of fill in the time and give everybody, a chance to do what they need to. So
Okay, well, while we're waiting, what are we going to do with some of the information we gathered at the tower? Okay.
Billy Bob doesn't know.
Yeah. Well, in general, I mean, we got a ring that we know has a fairly powerful magic. We got some hands that, if you're willing to pay a certain price, but now that we know what they are, we can barter with the pawn shop dealer a little better, if you wish to.
Yeah, I don't think Billy Bob's willing to cleave his own hand off. So the
Oh,
hands I think are best.
Iwis is. He will chop off
If
his own
if
fucking hands
if
easily.
Weas-
Easily.
if he Weasley really wants to do that
Yeah, I
and
didn't.
really thinks that he could power him, Billy Bob is willing to use his cleaver.
The thing I'm looking at is we know that not so good of things happened to the last person. We found him sleeping as an undead.
Yeah.
Right. And he's also the thing that had the ring, though, too, that we know has an extremely powerful spell in it that we don't know what it is.
I mean,
So
he was undead. He was not dead.
that is true.
So
He was undead.
when
Yeah.
all the sulfur smoke you find yourself
Has he grown tentacles or extra limbs? That's the most curious part.
Tentacles, testicles.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Awful. Oh, no.
So we got a minute, Richard,
Yeah.
to take a little break or something.
Yes.
I'll be
No.
right
Take
back
a minute
in
while
while.
I'm figuring this out. I'm gonna
Okay.
do
Okay.
right.
All right. Be right back.
Okay, Bill Bob.
Yep, Billy Bob.
That's what he looks like, but he's like that size wise to you.
Uh, I don't have. Hang on. Yeah, I'm on the city map. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right beside
I
your
see him
token.
now. Oh, okay. And he said, what was his size? That's what his size was.
That's the size he is. Yes.
Uh,
This one, this tiny
yeah,
thing.
this tiny thing. Yeah.
He's got a long kid um, spear, and his tail constantly flicking around. It's got big, nasty barbs on it.
Billy Bob looks at it and looks kind of at the spell circle and looks at him and goes, "Uh, do you speak?" Okay, there's
Yes,
a post.
master.
Ah, okay. Ah,
And okay,
ah.
so
And
he
Billy Bob,
endows you with 8
yeah.
hit points.
Ooh, sweet. Oh, he's gonna be. Oh,
All right, now we got two frontliners.
yeah. Hey, from going to 5 to that, I mean, 8. He's doubling my hit points. That's gonna give me great news. Billy
There's a
Bob looks at him and
downside, isn't there? If he dies, you lose double.
I lose. Uh, if he dies, I lose his hit points. If I'm not mistaken, if how I read it,
Yep.
but I'll double check the lines. So
Yep. That's it. If he dies, you lose that. You don't have his hit points, and you would um, have to wait to get a new familiar.
mhm.
You have to wait until for a month, and then the next new moon.
Okay. Uh, Billy Bob kind of looks at him, goes, "Well, What are you? Other than my familiar, do you know what type of specimen you are? As Billy Bob kind of just takes his finger and just pats him on the head, trying to get a feel for what he feels like in his personality.
I am one of my master's creation. A being of fire, violence, and of revenge.
Oh, violence, fire, and revenge. Interesting. And Billy Bob's just gonna kind of sit down next to him and say, "Do you have any interesting abilities that I need to be aware of?"
Well, you notice he's hot. You can feel the heat coming.
He can cook my meat now that I butcher.
Yeah, just have him hold a hot pan.
Yeah.
Says I really am not aware of any special properties I have. Do what anyone can.
That is all right. I am just glad to have you around. Uh, for
What do you want?
next combat, maybe at least, but your abilities will serve your master well. Um, question DM: how hot is he? Is he going to burn me if I stay in contact with him too long, or is he just warm up?
He's hot. I mean,
Okay.
he's kind of like being next to a hot stove.
Oh,
You don't want to
okay.
put your hands on him if you had to keep
Okay.
them there for any length of time.
Okay. Uh, then Billy Bob's going to kind of sit there and kind of just look at him and go over him and wait for his party to come back and introduce his party to his new familiar, apparently a creature made of fire and vengeance and violence. I'm gonna have to come up with a name for him, and he'll go from there.
Trouble.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely trouble. Uh, can I get his stat block, or does this system run on the same system where it's kind of the familiar has the attributes of the master?
No, he's got his own stuff, but
Okay.
you don't have won't have that kind of knowledge of him.
Okay, I'll find that out when we fight. Our next fight. Oh, this is going to be
That's
fun.
what I thought. And suddenly, as you're looking at him, you're just sort of you're sitting there and you're like you feel like there's heat welling up in your hands and you just kind of naturally stick them out and watch as flames leap out from them.
Ooh, nice.
So this is basically if you are looking at him, you can see him, you can cast Flaming Hands, but it
Oh,
is subject to the same rules as a spell.
okay.
You know, so you'll have a little bonus, but you still are going to have to make a casting roll.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, you get a +1 to cast it, but you still can fail. It may
Okay.
take you out of it. Worst case scenario, never be able to still get corruption.
Understood. That will help as well.
Yeah.
And that's going to be interesting. Uh, and the butcher's gonna go and say, um, you have
Now,
because the basement's all stone, so he's gonna tell his new familiar, you have the run of the entire basement to call your lair
yeah.
and own.
Don't come up in the house. It's wood. Stay out here in the basement.
Hey,
Okay.
the
So
house is wood. Yeah.
yeah. So one thing you would know is about him is like you aren't sure, but you do know that he appears to be, and he said he was a salamander, that he has something to do with the more chaotic, uh, supernatural side of things. Uh,
Right.
and you would also know that um, having already received him as a familiar, that your patron bond, if you choose to do it, would probably go down that path.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, he's a hint. Hmm. So I would have a patron that would go down the
It would
lines
be
of
more of a black magic direction. Yeah.
yeah, I think that's something that he'll
That
actually
you do not have to invoke patron bond. That's a choice. And at this
right,
point you haven't made any type of agreement,
correct. Yeah.
but just so you understand, you know enough about magic to know, okay, I got options here.
Yeah. Yeah, my patron's going to be a dog patron and he's going to might possibly most likely will have to deal with either violence, revenge, or fire.
Yeah.
Why pick one?
It could be all three. Oh no. Oh no.
Hmm?
Uh
What?
no, I'm just thinking of what my character would do when he summons something that has a little thing of that his prime goal is revenge.
Hmm.
God, I my character might just burn down the one of the public offices. The people that closed his butcher shop was the from the office of safety and edible stuff. It was a low level thing.
Was it the fire hazard thing?
Yeah.
It is now. I'm just surprised they had that department in the town. So
Yeah.
health
Uh,
inspectors, what the
yeah.
hell?
Health and safety inspectors. What in this city?
Are you sure you weren't being conned? And they just took over your butcher?
So yeah, he's Billy Bob's just enjoying kind of the moment of his magic succeeding and not opening up some sort of portal to hell. So, and thinking of plans on what he can do with his new familial when combat happens. Oh God. Oh, I'm gonna have to buy some equipment.
Tiny equipment.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna need a because
How are you
this
going to
is
transport this guy around is another thing. You know, you're going to need an asbestos bag.
well, that's what I'm thinking is uh I'm gonna get some sort of a really thick leather glove gauntlet combo if I can get it. And for like one side so we can like curl up one arm of mine. And that way I can do the cast touch spells like I was planning on to without burning myself alive.
You know,
Details.
metal hand would come in handy.
Exactly.
Uh,
And they
Wait a
work for your
second.
based hands too. We got a pair of hands you could use.
Oh, oh God, this is
So
perfect. You
there
guys got
is so there's a handout, his picture on it in your journal now, Bill Bob. So you
Bob.
can
Yeah.
put notes. I think you should be able to add notes to that so you can remember what I've provided about him.
Yeah. Looks like I can. Oh, this is perfect. Uh,
As he fall as he's fatigued at the bottom inside of a magical circle laying there next to his little fire beast.
with no personality whatsoever, because that's what he used to baffle the spell.
Oh, he probably has all your personality.
Yeah, he has half of my personality.
Now I think young Frankenstein, and which half of the brain did you get? You
Abby normal.
know.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Back at the tower, did we come up with any plans of what to do with the items? Or we're leaving, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we are leaving.
Anybody want to try the ring on? Use, I know you're going to volunteer for the hands. At least he's not snoring today.
I'm going to take the ring and I'm going to look at it.
It's a very nice looking ring. Um, you feel like, well, feeling lucky, feeling. Which
Oh,
are you?
what the heck? What the heck? I'm going to put it on.
You're feeling lucky, so you feel like putting it on is a good idea. And you put it on, and you just like, I like it. I like the looks of it. I like the feel of it. I think it makes me more me. Now, everybody around them, you don't see any changeover. You see she has sort of a he, she,
E.
he. Okay, he has a rather pleased look on his face over it, and that is, and you don't feel any you don't feel a compulsion to keep it on, but you're definitely like, oh, I like it there. I don't think I'm taking it. You get a very nice feeling out of it. You don't feel anxious about
I guess you'll try it, and if you die, we'll know it caused by that, right? I'm
it.
vague. Well, that leaves us a couple things we can sell at least, and maybe. But what do we want to do about the hands themselves? Truly. Now that we know what they are, we could negotiate possibly a better price, or try to find a buyer ourselves.
Maybe we find more information about them in this cult house the god mentioned. Oh, the wizard, sorry.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that cult house too.
Well, hopefully Billy Bob's been keeping an eye on things there. Nothing burnt down or blew up. I guess we would head back to town and take the hands back to where Billy Bob is.
The question is, do you go into the basement to meet?
Okay, I'm back.
All right, we were just discussing what we were going to do with the hands, the box, and somebody put on the ruby ring.
Who put on the ruby ring?
Laris,
Yeah.
Laris.
And what happened?
Yes. Nothing.
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 I'm gonna try to put the hands on.
Hey, at least wait us till we're
But
someplace clean.
Uh, Alice looks at you.
When you say you're going to try to put the hands on,
Yeah. Yeah.
They're locked in the box, and I have the key. Use at least wait until we get back to town.
Yeah.
No.
It's that,
Yeah, I'll wait.
and pray to your satin god.
okay, so where are you going back in town to?
I don't want the hands anywhere near my own place of home because that might bring shame to the family if they found there. So I will bring it back to Billy Bob's place, or at least
Yeah, let's go back to
house.
the house that we have the
Oh.
deed for.
And so, yeah, one thing that you would have known is that Manbada was a troublesome character. And this is to Zarak. And that he had been the cause of some minor public political disturbance before he disappeared.
I would further dig into that once we get back into what he stirred up. But if I recall that, but more details as far as what he was doing and who might have been involved one way or the other.
Okay.
But for the moment, I want to secure the hands, and Billy Bob's place sounds like the best, and if that's where they were before anyway, that wouldn't be too far from home for them. Unless somebody else has anything different, and then you can do what you want to do. I'd be interested to find out, but from a distance.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with the hands. It's all up to you guys.
The question
Okay.
is, do you take the hands to Billy Bob, or do you just leave them in the top of the house?
There can only be one, right? Okay.
Uh,
I mean, you can. It's
The
is
left
two
there
hand or
any?
the
hands.
right hand?
Is there?
Yeah.
Is there? Is there? Is there any place in that house that I could secure those hands
You
from
don't know. You
prying
guys have
eyes?
never been in the house.
Ah, that's right. We
Oh.
personally have never been there.
Yeah, let's go in
Billy
the
Bob's
house
been
Ah.
the only
and
one.
check it out.
So we would at least headed to the basement where we think Billy Bob hangs out.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. You can go there. Um,
He's the owner, by the way. At least that's all legal documents and responsibilities are held by him.
Yes, I have the deed. Oh,
Uh,
so you go
before I go
into this.
before I go downstairs, I say, "Hey, Billy Bob, where you at?"
If you just hear back in the basement, you just hear back, "I'm down here," and this, and he goes, "Be prepared for some heat."
I want to try to put on the hands. Yeah.
Well, come down here to my ritual area, and we'll see what we can do.
I hand
Fuck
the box
yeah.
to use, but keep the key for a moment.
I'm staying upstairs.
I gotta watch this.
I'm staying upstairs.
You just keep the door open in case I come early.
Uh, that I can do.
So you guys come downstairs, and you kind of see Billy Bob laying in the middle of his ritual chamber, and the salamander kind of having the run of this place, producing heat on all of the stones that he's
uh, 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 Billy Bob, fuck. Do you have like a meat cleaver or like a butcher knife or something?
Billy Bob goes, yeah,
Okay, because I got a
that,
really big favor to ask you. I want you to cut my hands off.
No, don't do it.
Please? Please?
Don't do
Come
it.
on. No, come on. It'll be fun. It'll be
Don't
fine.
do it.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Let's
No, it
do
will
one
not
at a
be
time.
okay.
I'm just
It
gonna
will
make.
not be okay.
I'm just gonna make a pact with a demon. It's okay. It's okay.
You are not making no pact with no demon, not with me around.
But
oh, you're not even around. You're upstairs, yelling at us.
I'm still here.
Billy
Upstairs
Bob
ain't
goes,
that
well,
far away.
Billy Bob,
I'm right here at the door.
Billy
okay,
Bob
okay,
goes, well,
okay, okay,
let's go over here, and he's gonna.
okay. Zarek, get ready, get ready. You gotta grab the hands.
Billy Bob goes over here and says, like, well, put the hands down in front of me and let me see if I can perform this delicate operation.
And I just put my hands straight down on top of the sarcophagus. I'm like,
You want
Do
both?
one at a time, Billy.
Zarek, do you got the hands?
I left the box on the sarcophagi with the key next to it.
Okay, I open up the box with the key.
I have also put there bandages and a lit torch so you could cauterize it if need be.
I'm like, don't worry, it'll be fine. We won't need that stuff. It'll be okay. It'll be okay, guys.
My familial will grab the torch and like kind of put it right here, and
We'll
he's gonna
have
just
your
familiar
familiar
right here
then.
has the yeah exactly. Yeah. If anything needs cauterizes, my familiar's gonna do it. But
And,
I'm upstairs just spinning that ruby ring around my finger.
I
Okay.
open up the box, and then I put my hands down on the sarcophagus next to the box, and I'm like, "Okay, Billy Bob, do your worst." And I start chanting, "I wanna kill everyone. Satan is
Why
good."
don't you grab the hands first and you can contact it before you cut them off?
Because I need to, like, okay, we'll do one at a time. Okay, fair enough.
No, you don't. You.
Why don't you just hold them and ask them if they
No,
would...
no, 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 no. This is not gonna happen. This is not
Okay,
gonna happen.
okay,
Hey,
okay.
Bill, Billy
Left hand,
Bob.
left hand first. I don't need that one to cast.
Okay,
I'm shutting that door and I'm locking it.
Billy
And I'm
Bob's gonna
pushing
like,
every daggone piece of furniture up there as I can.
And then so I
Billy,
I have my left hand down on the sarcophagus, and I'm like, I want to kill everyone. Satan is, and I look over at Billy Bob and I nod. Satan is good. Satan is our pal.
I want everybody to make a luck roll.
I'm not.
oh boy, here we go, buddy.
I am going to use my luck point.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah! I want to kill everyone. Satan is good. Satan is our pal.
It's satin, I keep telling you. You keep mispronouncing it.
I look at this ring. I say, all right, ring, if you got any magic in you, now's the freaking time.
Don't worry, it'll be okay. Ah!
A little bit too much.
You
Okay.
do realize Billy
Alaris,
Bob? Oh,
two
do
things.
you realize? Okay, yeah.
First, you realize that something's going on with the ring, and your luck is now a 9. Effectively, temporarily.
Okay.
So you're
Yeah.
now have 0. Actually,
They still maintain their...
you're actually at a 12 now,
Ah,
temporarily,
Okay.
and you so your bonus, you're now even. You do not have a negative luck factor.
Okay.
Increase the luck.
And even with that, you had rolled a 1. So You are dead certain that this method of doing this is wrong, as well as whatever your thoughts are on actually doing it. And Billy Bob,
Yes.
you're kind of marking that off, lining it up, and you're like, you just don't think this is
Yeah,
this
come on.
is not, you do not feel like this is the way this happens. It happens, but you think there must be something else to it.
Okay. Yeah, Billy Bob was going to examine the hands closely before agreeing to do this. He was just when all this was going on, he was just saying, "I'll take a look. I'm not promising I'll cut your hands off, but I'll take a look."
Yeah, come on, hurry.
It's like, no, no, no. Give me a chance to examine the hands and see if I actually can get them to bond with you properly.
So you start examining the hand. They feel very good to you. They warm to your touch. Give me a wisdom save.
Wisdom.
What is it?
Personality. I would
It's a
bet is
it's a will
oh,
save in this
will
game.
save.
Will.
Okay.
Okay, give me a will save. Yeah, that would. Thank
Will.
you.
Right.
So
If you need luck, burn some.
Already burnt all of my luck to get my familial.
We just had a critical on a luck roll. That count?
Oh,
So now that was, he got a 4. He didn't get a. But you feel that if you had time to study, ponder on this, and maybe you're familiar, and the patron that lies beyond him might have some information on what would be useful to us.
okay. I'm gonna give the
Convince
hands.
him.
Oh no, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the hands because I'm examining them, right? And I'm gonna hand them to my familial, and my familial is going to put them in coffin, and then I'm going to put the stone back in front of it and say, it's possible for me to give you these hands and make you stronger with more research.
And
Give me
so
time.
when you go to hand them to him, he likes the look of it, drops his spear, grabs the hand, and then begins to do a fan dance with
Fucking monkey. Fuck. What is it? A monkey or a frog or?
No, it's a salamander.
Fire snake.
Oh.
It's a fire snake of some sort, but yeah, it is. It's a salamander.
What the? But my hand, you're getting him dirty. Ah, God, you're all slimy. Ew, you're fucking slimy.
You
And then when he ends his dance, he goes, my master can aid you.
What?
It can talk.
Yes.
What the fuck did you just say?
My master can aid you with this.
You mean Billy Bob the
I look
Butcher?
at Billy Bob.
Billy,
I'll raise an eyebrow.
this is my earthly summoner. And yes, he is my master, but he is not my master.
Well, then who the fuck's your master? Like, Ningball with 7 eyes or some shit?
No, it's the patron.
he
Billy
he
Bob
he
knows-
laughs at that. Oh, oh. He is someone who has some renown. He is known by my master.
Yeah, well, okay, so, like,
My master is Mabugbulies.
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 Bug.
Bubblies.
Bub-
Bubbles.
This name, do I have to make a sanity check?
Bubbles. Mabubbles.
No, it needs to make a sanity check. Yeah.
Like, where do we, like,
Hi.
find, Mabubbles?
Bubbles.
You see Billy Bob just sighing and kind of hitting his head and going,
He dwells below, and he
Like,
sees all.
what you mean below, like in hell and shit? Or, like, in this dungeon, like, down...
yes, in the fiery realm of hell is what he's talking about. That patron gave me power without the contract yet. I do not know why. And I look at my familial.
Oh, shit, dude, that's like fucking...
Smiles
That's,
at you
that's so fucking metal.
benignly.
And I look at my familial and I kind of go, I will still have to think about receiving all of his gifts and preparing to be able to receive all of his gifts.
Oh, hell yeah.
But take these hands and keep them in the coffin to keep them safe until we can possibly use them. And I look at, is this Elise? Elise. When I have the skill, if you want them, I will I will give them to you for a cost. Because I am going to have to perform the ceremony, so it will be at a cost. And I will let you know before we perform it. Is that fair?
No, I'm a wizard. I'm just gonna research it myself. Fuck. And I open the coffin and grab the box of hands.
But the
And,
hands are no longer in the box. They're in the coffin next to my familial. I would not recommend grabbing them because they're metal and he's hot.
yeah, I
He
grab,
is. He's hot as a stove.
I grab them anyways, and I put them in the box.
Okay. So roll 2d6.
2d6.
Oh,
Okay. That's how many hit points you take.
And
Oh.
I fall down unconscious.
Billy Bob stabilizes him to the best of his ability.
Okay.
But he can't wake him up or heal him or anything, but he stabilizes him to prevent him from dying.
Zarek will come in. He's laughing. This is getting entertaining.
I take
And-
I'm like on fire. Pee on me!
I tell my familiar to grab the hands and put them back in the coffin.
And
And
he
then
does.
and I tell my familiar, your whole job is to guard these hands unless we have work to do. So you have
we-
the run of the cellar, but if I need to go and do a mission, you come with me and we will seal the coffin.
Okay. And if someone takes them from us, then we can go and have revenge.
Yes. And it will
Okay.
be a very violent and very fiery revenge, and you can turn them into ashes. But protect them.
Sounds good. I like
Good.
that.
This point,
I
I'm
like
just
this
holding
plan.
my head. I'm
So,
just holding my head.
we're not locking the coffin, and we will leave it unguarded and come back tomorrow and see if it's gone so we can go seek revenge.
No, my familiar. You are still on guard unless I have need of you on a mission. If anybody tries to take the hands, use your violence and fire on them until they're like, and I kind of tap my foot on this guy until they're like this or until they are ashes. If somebody
At this
steals
point,
them,
I
mean,
walked back to the
I
entrance
get
and
it.
knocked
Violence,
on it.
fire are nice, but man, they really are much better when they come with revenge.
I understand my familiar, and we will have revenge. I have a certain person that we will have revenge on when we have time. But I first need to gain power through you and the help of your patron when I have the skill to complete the ceremony.
Okay.
I can't believe I am. I am reasoning with this thing, but because Billy Bob then goes and looks at him and it's like, keep the hands safe for now, and I will find out what our next mission is so we will have revenge and violence. As I grab him, right, and I kind of lead him up the stairs into the main house.
Okay. So, Rez is not here, and I'm not going to count this against his inventory, but he does have that bottle of wine, so he does at least have one more dose of that, and he is going to give that to Iwis. So, Iwis, you may roll a hit die, a d4, and well, they plus 2. So a d4 plus 2. Okay, so that'll get you back to 6 hit points.
Oh,
You awake?
I only have 5 hit points.
Okay, so it'll get you back to 5.
Oh, You wake up
How do you
upstairs.
only have 5 hit points?
Because I'm level 1.
Do you have a level? Okay. What's your constitution?
Really shitty.
Well, what does really shitty mean? Like 3 or 10?
You're talking about stamina, right? It's 5.
Yeah, it's 5.
Yeah.
Okay. So a 5 stamina does come with some negatives.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a -2 modifier.
-2 modifier. Okay.
And I
So
rolled 3 on my hit die when I became level 1, which adjusted down to 1. And then you gave us the hit points from our 0 level, which was 4 for me. So I have 5 HP.
okay, that's fine. Just trying to get the numbers straight. Okay. So
Yep.
you're 4. Okay. I just was like, wow, that's hard to imagine that's with 2 dice rolled.
Yeah, I'm a
So just
wizard.
want to make sure you had the right hit point. Okay.
That was
That
me at
makes
the
perfect
hospital.
sense as a wizard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the windows are squishy.
Okay.
But,
So you are back to full hit points. You're feeling okay. You're probably going to drag around a bit for a day where you're, fully over it and your hands are hurt. I mean, you got some blistering and you can tell your skin. It's like you grabbed a hot stove. It burned.
yeah. So Billy Bob's upstairs with everybody and goes, so do we have a plan for our next mission? Do we uh uh have a plan for the rewards? The hands kind of are now requested by my familiar, so
I think we should keep those if they can become useful and the proper rituals can be followed. And yeah, I don't know who I would trust which patron of yours as he looks at both of you and the little lizard.
yeah, my
Well, lizard
familiar.
just smiles.
I could find you
Big,
useful
big
too.
evil toothy grin that he has.
And I look at my familiar and go, is Blast okay with a name for you?
That'll work for me.
It's like, yes, my familiar Blast. Now, do not pour down my house and go to the basement while I talk to my party.
He's somewhat happy about that, so he'll go back down the tune.
Spend times with the hands and
Try and catch a few
Billy Bob
rats.
just Billy Bob just takes a sip
Kill.
and just relaxes and goes, "You gotta be kidding me!"
Ellis is just looking at everybody, shaking his head, muttering, "What did I get myself into this time?"
These freaking idiots.
I overhear her and go, I'm right there with you, but they're at least entertaining. I just hope they don't take me with them. They could be useful.
You got a point there. We do need them. And I'm just constantly spinning my ring and muttering.
My precious, my precious. Well, that is quite a pretty ring. It does look good on you, by the way. But you should be careful walking around in some of the districts with it. Make sure you turn it around.
Almost strange
Anybody
newfound
if
friends.
anybody tries to come and take it away from me, I think they have a little bit of a problem on their hands.
They will have a problem with all of us if they take something from one of us. I say we drink, go carousing, and hear maybe some rumors about lucrative businesses.
Yeah, to earn some keep and some possibly reputation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it
Billy,
sounds like a good idea. Let's go.
Let's
Yeah.
go drinking.
Billy
Have we
Bob.
got Drunkard Street, or is it Horse Street, or which one?
Let's get drunker on
I heard
Drunker Street.
Hughes is an expert in Horse Street now.
Yes.
I think I'm the voice of reason in this group.
We have reason.
Possible.
I do
I
too.
just need money to uh revitalize this place. I think this place will be a good spot for my familial.
Well, right now we should
Reheating.
sell those items and maybe get some better equipment for some of us.
Yeah.
Oh yes. I could use
That would
some
be
better armor.
275 gold piece. Oh no, sorry, we don't sell the emerald ring. I mean the ruby ring. I would get cut. 175 gold pieces would be what we could gather out of the other items if we can get full value.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able
Yeah.
to do so.
175 divided by 5. So that's 35 gold each.
Nice.
So that bring me up to
I kind of made my money back.
yeah.
Woohoo, 37 total now again.
Equipment. I can get you in leather.
Oh. Wizards don't wear armor, so
Yeah, somebody
wish.
was looting armor though. I think our Xaric
Do we have
was contemplating an armor purchase.
do we have a minute or two while you set up the next scene?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, we can also buy some alcohol for our health.
Yes, you could do that. Um, so the wine, like you got previously, or that you found, uh, is 8 silver a dose amount.
Mhm.
You can get, I mean, you can get a bottle even bigger, but typical bottles would be, what is that? 32
8
silver,
ounces.
three
Okay.
gold, silver, and that would have doses in it.
Sure. I take a bottle. It's the Ultima strong wine, yes?
Yeah, it's Ilthmar's strong wine,
So,
kind of like a port.
I'll take 2 bottles as well. That way we have some more on us.
2, please. Then. Bottles. Okay. So 6 gold, 4 silver. Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still
And
have to save some money for better armor.
what armor do you got now, and how much do you need for better armor?
Currently, I don't wear any armor. My AC is 11. No, wait, can't be. Is it 12? AC is 12, but I want a chainmail. Gives +5. Costs
Oh, okay.
150. And I only have like 30 something.
How much was it?
No, 40. 150 gold relics.
Oh, 150 gold. Yeah. Okay. Uh, yep. Sorry, would help you out, but don't have that much.
Yeah. No,
I
we just need
upgraded
to
to
find
leather
some.
armor. So, yep, we need to find. We'll get you upgraded. Definitely. We could always sell that ruby ring.
Uh,
I think I'd get hurt trying to, though.
uh,
You see,
we
you
just need.
see, you see Alice just pounding his fist into his palm and glaring at the mention
Mm,
of taking his ring.
I jest. I jest. You seem quite attached. It does look
Yes,
good on
don't
you,
worry.
by the way.
Do not worry, comrade. We just need to find another job.
yeah.
Something that
Yep.
makes money. Or maybe
Yeah.
rob a house.
Well, may I suggest we check the board and see if there's any new offers?
Well, that's where we have to go carousing. There's no such thing. I don't think there's like a guild board type thing. If there is, yes, definitely.
There might be a message board in these establishments.
Ah, very true.
No.
Pe-
Or a bulletin
People
board in the
looking,
middle of town.
people looking for help finding something or who knows what.
Yeah,
5
I
guys
don't.
with magical powers. We could maybe rob some merchant.
Why do you keep wanting to rob people? Not that I'm
It's the
having a
easiest
problem with
way.
it, but it's still all they all come with risks.
Uh,
I was wondering if you'd do a favor for our sorcerer friend.
That's a possibility too. Or we could find a rich merchant that needs guarding.
Yes, yes. And then somehow
Yes.
they disappear and we survive?
And then we rob him.
Well, I didn't say that would happen, but it's a possibility.
uh,
And
You can tell we're all from Lankhmar.
yeah.
he he eyes yes and winks.
Okay.
Suddenly we all die because there's nothing on the mission board. I'm just wondering if there's anything I need to pick up. Or that might come up to what we have for a mission.
I might need spell components. I do not know yet because I just picked up a new spell, so.
I picked up armor, so that improves.
No,
my
you do not need
13.
any. You do not need any spell.
Oh, I do not need any spell components for that particular spell. Got ya. Sweet.
You still have to do the roll though.
Yep.
Well, we still need to check our house out.
Huh.
Right, Billy Bob?
Right, we can recheck the upstairs, but I never really saw or did anything on the upstairs. I've been primarily working in the basement with Blast, so.
Maybe they have more information on the cults or these hands.
Might also
Better
have
go look.
information. Might have more information on by a parent patron and see if it's worth seeing if they have the spell I would need to make a permanent bond with them as well.
I think we should check out the upstairs and see if we got a library or something. They might have some books in here that we could look at or look through that might have some information.
Or maybe even some treasure we could take care of. I mean, appropriate and use for fundage to help support our further adventures.
There could be anything in this house.
Exactly.
We don't know who had it. That's what I'm saying. We check it out. True, we know what's in the basement. Your little friend.
Yeah. The library in the basement was mostly rotten. It did have the deed to the house, a scroll of choking cloud, and a book on how to make any rituals.
That's quite a book there.
I'm assuming you've taken care of cleaning up the place too, getting rid of the corpses, the leftover bones.
Corpses and bones were used as spell components to get blast.
Okay. Are they still
I'm gonna
there
have
and
him
desecrating the place?
exactly. I'm gonna kind of have blast turn everything that we don't turn around to ash. So it's my plan
You just
anyway.
have to broom it and brush it up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Clean the place up. Add some paneling. You know, a fireplace.
I'm
It's
gonna
better
make
than
my
living
way
in.
upstairs. I'm
Yep,
gonna make my
I'll
way
follow.
upstairs.
Hey, don't chew on the cords, you little shit. No, not you guys. Oh, I got to, yeah. Cat.
No, you can say you were telling that to my familiar blast turning around now.
Don't burn anything, Blast.
Ugh.
Not until we tell you. And the chill in the air doesn't bother me anymore.
Yeah. Well, the basement is warm, but I wonder if I could do that. Kind of have the stone floor up top be a heated one because of blast, and
going upstairs.
Yep, and I'm following right behind you. Hoping everybody else
Sure.
keeps up.
Yep, Billy Bob will go with you.
What do I find upstairs?
Already going on.
Is our
We get signs of life.
is our DM on?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
We are going upstairs.
We're kind of gonna go through this house
He's
upstairs
probably
through
reading
through
what he
Colin's
needs to
home.
do, so. Alright,
Yeah.
so. Just making sure he was still there because it was quiet.
Yeah, no. I'm actually drawing.
Oh,
The map. I'm still having map it or copy and paste issue, but
If you want to just give a
Are you using that new
mind's eye
dungeon
for
scroll
right now.
thing?
no, I actually am about ready to roll with.
Okay.
I haven't checked out the new dungeon scroll thing, but I'm kind of interested in it.
Yeah, I almost started trying to use it, and I'm like, no, this would be easier. This is simple, and I don't have time to figure that out. To
I got one that's simple. I can't remember what does it. I have to find the link. I'll share a link when I find it.
oh, the dungeon scroll is awesome, and it updates directly to Roll20. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's. Get a new computer and you lose all your marks.
Yeah.
That's where you take and make a copy of it.
Oh yeah, I transferred it over, but it's like I haven't been to the site yet, so they're all looking. It's like okay, and I haven't been there in a while, so I'm used to looking for the particular icon that goes with it, and now they're all just the world symbol.
So
Not Don John. Where's the other one?
I used Don John a couple of times.
Oh
There's
yeah.
another one. I'm just eco or
I don't like how it doesn't make
I'm not a big
PNG.
fan of Don John either.
Yeah, doesn't make a PNG. It makes a GIF, or not a GIF, a fucking
JPEG.
JP. Yeah, JPEG.
Mm.
Oh, map sources. How about we go to the right map source?
I made a
folders.
I made a really big dungeon on Don John actually, and it worked really good, but I had to put way too much like time into it to like clear out
Oh, wrong one.
the white floor, you know, to put my own floor in, all that shit. It was kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Mm.
So this is the house. You're standing outside of the door. There's an adjacent house down here that abuts out. It's connected to it and abuts out. There is an alley here between it and the next house.
Okay. Listen at the door. Okay, somebody opened it.
Yeah, I opened up the door. I mean,
There's a hallway.
yeah, I mean, this is technically my house now, so
In this room, it appears to be more of a den or study type of setup. This seems to be a more uh, sitting room. These are stairs going up. This is an office, and this is like a little closet area separated by.
And this door is locked.
I think the office is probably.
Yeah, it's locked.
I think the office probably would be the best place to search for stuff for information on the cult and information on
Hmm.
what they were doing and that type of stuff. So that's where I'll spend some time trying to find something.
I will investigate the locked door.
Where'd
Locked door.
everybody go?
We went in. We went inside.
Yeah. You hear people like saying, "Let's take this place out. Let's search this. Let's break the door. Yeah, let's do this."
I don't want to break the door. I'm checking it since our owner does not have the key.
Yeah.
So in this room, the floor or this room has a table that has a lot of small devices on it, springs, things of that nature. You also would notice that there are cat tracks around and about on the floor. Obviously, you've got the stairwell going up, and this room actually has some books and shelves on them. The room, it's dusty in here. Um, some signs of water intrusion at times. It's a little musty. It's dusty. It's empty. So this is where we're going to pause for tonight. And no combat tonight, but seems to be where the spirits led us. So another couple of experience points in for everyone.
How many experience points have we earned to date?
I have 19 total.
19.
I think that's probably the max.
Yeah, I have 15, and I skipped last lesson session.
I get 16 right now, but
And how many do you have to earn to get to level 2?
I think it's 20.
I thought it's 50. Okay, cool.
I think it's 52, but yeah.
Is it 50? Okay. I can't remember. Yeah, he's going to 50 for level 2. 10 is level 1, and 50 is level 2.
All right, then I will negate that roll for the trap finding and
Okay.
enjoyed it again, Richard. Very much. Thank you for running.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for running the game.
Thank you.
Oh, and you
How-
did not
how
find
many-
any traps on that door. You want to go ahead and unlock it? You may, or make the unlock attempt. Go ahead.
Okay, let me open the character sheet back up. Pick lock. Oh, probably gonna roll really low right now. Yep. Damn it, these damn locks are just tricky. Lucky we got more than one thief. But we'll worry about that, because I see.
Okay. So
Wait, how much?
Alright.
How much XP did we get?
2 points.
Oh,
Oh, okay, cool.
close.
Okay, cool.
And I did find those map programs I mentioned about generators. So the one is the individual just layer, but the other one has a bunch of maps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Map generators.
And
if you
then
haven't seen them before, but
this website right here, Legend Lore, is a continuously updated amalgamation of all the maps for D&D on Reddit. So there's the subreddit called Battle Maps. There's a subreddit called D&D Maps. Subreddit called Dungeon Draft. A subreddit called Fantasy Maps, and a subreddit called Incarnate. And so anyone who posts maps on those Reddits, their maps go straight to this website
cool.
via
That's
API.
awesome.
Okay.
Here's another one. Here's another one if you guys like to just play around with map generations and making your whole own worlds.
Yeah.
And you can actually link them to the city generators in that other one I posted earlier. So,
Oh yeah.
Okay.
so.
I
All
will-
right, guys. You guys have a good night. It's
Yes.
a pleasure. Thank you very much. We will see
Thank
you.
you.
Good night, everybody.
Okay.
Are we playing,
Okay.
are we
Night.
playing
Thank
next
you.
week?
Next week is a no.
Okay.
I will be.
Okay.
I'm in Charlottesville
then.
next week. I'll be driving home, so no.
Okay.
Sorry about
Just 2
that.
weeks. No problem.
Yeah.
It makes
All right.
Okay.
getting us
Have a
more
good one,
fun.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And for our viewers, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. We're going to raid into somebody. Let's see. Anna Meyer. Let's raid into Anna Meyer. She looks like she's making a map for probably for Greyhawk. That's what she usually does. So if she accepts raids, that's where we'll go. What? Wait, I guess she doesn't accept raids. That's unfortunate. So we'll go into my friend Insidiously. She's playing Baldur's Gate 3. And she's really cool. She has a really good sense of humor. So a lot of stuff slides in her chat. Because she'll laugh at dirty jokes and shit. So she's pretty awesome. Here we go.